Hi, it's me, Vicki Marie. And this is Jay Slater. Where is he? Where is Jay? Now, the reason I had to come on and do this live about Jay, apart from the fact he's a missing young person who deserves, this attention. But apart from that, because we've been covering a lot of these cases, haven't we, of tourists who've got lost while they're on holiday, got lost, gone off the track, got exposed to the elements, different kinds of things. And I just want to raise awareness, as I hope I have done with other videos that I've done, but this is a young boy now that we're talking about. Most of the other cases that we've looked at, they've been sort of older people, if you like, gone off on a hike in the middle of the day in Greece, or most of them have been in Greece that we've looked at so far. This one is especially close to home for me because, of course, it is Tenerife, which is Spain. Not that I'm in Tenerife. Tenerife is miles away from me because it's one of the Spanish islands. I actually have never ever been to Tenerife, but there's probably quite a lot of you out there who maybe have been to Tenerife on holiday. It's a very popular holiday destination, isn't it? So let's just have a look at where Tenerife is, first of all, before we look at this story about Jay, who is currently lost on the island of Tenerife. So we're going to have a look at a map of Tenerife. I just need to take his photo off for a minute. Hang on. Now, Jay's family must be absolutely distraught because this is your worst nightmare, isn't it, as a parent? Your teenagers, sons or daughters, they go off on holiday. You're not in control anymore. They're off on holiday with their friends. You don't know if they're, they're obviously probably, if they're teenagers, they'll be drinking at the least, may even be taking drugs. You just don't know what they're doing. They're with their friends, they get carried away, they get separated from their friends, etc. So this is the island of Tenerife, or in Spain, it's Tenerife. Now, I'm sharing this to my Spanish channel as well, because, you just never know. Somebody might have some information about the area or some clues as to where people could go. I presume that the authorities are looking for him. Anyway, we're going to look at the article in a minute. Now, let me just see exactly which part he's gone missing in. I've got that up here somewhere. Where is he? So he went to a music festival. I'm going to read the whole. So he's in the mountainous rural del Teno National Park to the northwest of the island. Right. Oh, God, I'm rubbish at directions, but northwest. It's a national park to the northwest of the island. Yeah. I don't know exactly where it is. Let's see. Go a bit bigger. God. Maybe it'd be better if I just look for it on the map. What was it called again? Rural del Teno. Rural del Teno. Thing is, the holiday season's coming up. So what I'm just imploring everybody, whatever age you are, if you're older, don't go for hikes, don't go for walks. Now, it's so hot here at the moment. I mean, I'm hiding in the house, literally. Oh, there you go. There it is. Literally, I'm not going out the house, certainly not after sort of 1 o'clock. Oh, I thought we were going to see a map there. Hang on. Just get an idea of where it is. Let's go back to the original map. It's up here somewhere then, isn't it? Yeah. Here it is, and there it is. So this is where he is. How's he ended up there? Anyway, let's have a look at the actual article. If I read you the article out, we'll get a better idea, I suppose. So there's this search going on for the British teenager missing in Tenerife. A 19-year-old British man is reportedly missing in the mountain region of Tenerife. Jay Slater from Oswaldtwistle in Lancashire. So he's from Lancashire. Those of you who are outside the UK who don't know, Lancashire is where Nicola Bulley was from. If you know about the Nicola Bulley case, Lancashire is in the north of the UK. Oswaldtwistle is a sort of, I think it's a smallish village in Lancashire. And he was last heard from at around about 8 a.m. on Monday. That was the last time. Now, it feels like a long time ago. I'm sure it feels like a long time ago for his family. But a young lad like that, if he's managed to find some shade, he may still be okay, but he's probably still lost. So his friend Lucy, who had gone to the island with to attend a music festival, said he had called her to say he was lost. He needed a drink of water and he only had 1% battery on his phone. So here's a few other bits of advice that we've talked about lately. Take your phone, but make sure your phone's charged up. I mean, the thing is, if he'd been out for a night out to a music festival, etc., I'm sure his phone was loaded up with battery when he went, but he's probably been taking videos, doing whatever, sending messages. But try and make sure that you've always got battery on your phone as well when you go abroad, if you're going to go sort of wandering around. Water. You need water. Maybe he'd been drinking, so he'd be even more dehydrated. Anyway, then apparently his phone cut off with his last known location showing the mountainous rural Del Teno National Park in the northwest of the island. Oh, there's a map here after I was looking for a map, but we can see. So this is where he was last seen. What the hell was he doing there? Anyway, it doesn't matter what he was doing there. I just hope they managed to find him. He has not been heard from since. Lucy travelled to the island with Mr. Slater to attend the NRG Music Festival, and she said he had gone to stay with some people he had met on the holiday. However, she said that Mr. Slater seemingly did not realise how far away they were from where he was staying, and he set out on Monday morning to walk home. So, yeah, he's obviously gone off to stay with someone, had a great time, decided it's time to come home, and thought he could just walk home. She told the BBC she had spent all day up a mountain looking for him and was about to head out to resume the search. Well, I hope she's got water and phone and people with her. I hope she hasn't gone out on her own. So Mr. Slater's mum was said to be on her way to Tenerife, and the British Embassy had been informed. And a spokesperson for the Foreign Office told the BBC, "We are supporting the family of a British man who has been," it's funny, they call him a man, he's 19 years old, for God's sake, "who has been reported missing in Spain and are in contact with the local authorities." Okay, let's see if we can find any more information. There might be a bit, I think that's all we more or less know at the moment, but I'll just check. See what the Daily Mail's got to say, because they normally have quite a bit of information, do they? Oh, don't they? Right, let's have a look at their, Is it on there? Yeah. Let's have a look at their video about it. Oh, it started messing about now. So this is the festival, I presume. This is the musical festival that he went to. So it's a new rave generation music festival. He went with his friend Lucy May and another friend. But on Sunday night, the 19-year-old apprentice bricklayer left the rave in South Tenerife with a group of people he met that day, telling Lucy he was staying with them at their apartment in an undisclosed location. But Lucy told how she received a panicked call from Jay on Monday morning shortly after 8 a.m, in which he said his phone battery was low, he was lost and in desperate need of water. His phone location showed he was in a mountainous area of a national park, some 10 hours walk away from his accommodation, and he has not been seen since. Now, we mustn't get too negative about this. I think there's a very good chance that he's still alive. He's completely lost. How are they going to find him? I hope that they've got the helicopters out, the drones out, etc. And I hope that what he does is stays in one place, because the problem is if he keeps moving, then it make it harder for them to find him. I mean, you don't know how logical he'll be thinking, but when his battery went, when his phone went, that's the last ping that they've got. If he's got somewhere there he can take shelter, he should maybe try and, I suppose if you were thinking about it logically, which maybe he's not, and at the end of the day this boy's only 19, but you'd sort of like try and find some shelter from the sun, maybe try and make some message on the ground, because surely, I mean, he's a young lad, surely he'd be thinking that drones would probably be coming out looking for him. Anyway, speaking from the south of the island where her son had been staying, Mother Debbie said, I'm obviously beside myself with worry, which is why I've flown out here with my eldest son to do anything we can to help. We're just praying the police or someone finds Jay. I know there's a mountain rescue team out and a helicopter. Nothing's ever going to be enough when your youngest son's gone missing, but it sounds as if the police here are taking this very seriously and doing the best job they can. I'm sure they are taking it seriously and doing the best job they can. There he is again. The thing is, it just shows you now, age-wise, you know, we were talking about older people, all these older people that have gone missing going on hikes and what have you. But whatever age you are, he's younger, he's a bit more resilient. But even so, it's early days. If he's, you know, last heard from yesterday, it's only been one day. So let's hope that, you know, there's time still for him to be found, even if he hasn't got any water. If he's been sensible enough to find some shade, he's got a better chance of finding shade in Tenerife, I think, maybe, than in Greece. But it didn't look very promising, that actual national park, did it? Here we are. So yeah, in this national park, just shows you how quickly you can just go off the track and end up somewhere totally random like that. You know, 1 minute you're in we saw that with Michael, you know, the BBC broadcaster, the doctor. You know, 1 minute he was in a town surrounded by people, and then he got lost, took a wrong turning, ended up going over really rocky terrain, and then ended up sort of collapsing or succumbing to the heat, literally 90 seconds from help. You know, this is how you can take these wrong turns. So really what I'm on here to say, the reason I'm doing this video, is to reiterate, you know, as someone who lives in a place that's hot, you know, I know it's different when you're tourist, you come out and you think, oh, this is great, it's hot, and, you know, just go out, do stuff, but you can get into danger really quickly, and you've always got to be so careful God, this is like my worst nightmare, the idea of getting lost somewhere and not being able to find your way somewhere. It's my worst nightmare for my family or my friends, for that to happen to them. And it's so easy. It's certainly here in Spain. I know people that have gone missing just out, well, not gone missing, but got lost literally just outside my little village, got completely lost and not known, you know, how to get home. And luckily they've had the phone with them to phone someone. But, you know, we've got to be so careful. Anyway, the reason I wanted to come on was that be careful in the heat. If it's not you, maybe I know it's difficult to talk to teenagers. You can talk to a teenager till they're blue in the face and they still won't accept that they can come to any harm because they think they're invincible. But, you know, if you could, all I'm sort of asking people to do, I suppose, if it's you who's going on holiday this summer to any of these places that are hot, you know, you take the sort of the warning, if you like, and the advice. But also, if any of your family, especially young people that are doing the same, try to get through to them. You know, that it is dangerous. Doesn't matter how old you are. You know, you could get lost, like this boy has. And I'm hoping, let's hope, he's got lost. He will be found. It's only been 1 day. 1 day's not long enough for anything untoward to happen to him. We know that his phone went dead. You know, he didn't disappear. And, you know, everyone's worrying, well, why haven't they heard from him? They heard from him. He was talking to his friend. He said he only had 1% battery. So that's why his phone's gone dead. So it wasn't for any untoward reason. So he's still out there. He can be found. I just, you know, I'm praying that he'll be found. I'm going to light the candle for him now. Because we've got all those other tourists missing in Greece. But of course, this feels closer to home for me because it is Spain, even though it's Tenerife. I've never been to Tenerife. It's not, you know, I live in Spain. Why would I go to Tenerife? But I know it's a popular holiday destination, especially for young people. So, yeah, let's hope. Prayers that he'll be found. I'll keep you updated. If there's any news whatsoever, I'll be on to tell you about it. And yeah, prayers for Jay. May your God go with you. And may hopefully Jay's God is with him right now. Bye.